Well, the Thanksgiving travel season's in full swing. Tonight we have a live report with current travel conditions here in the natural state.
And it was a bingo for ballot positions in Sebastian County. Coming up, we have the latest on the state Senate special election and the upcoming January primary.
It's very devastating for some patients. I've passed out 4 times in my life from alpha-gal reactions.
Plus a rise in alpha-gal syndrome diagnoses here in Arkansas. We have safety tips from a doctor who helped discover the medical condition.
Live, local, late breaking. This is 4029 News at 6.
Hey, thanks for joining us for 4029 News at 6. I'm Brennan Evans.
And I'm Allison Wise. We'll start with a look at your weather with Chief Meteorologist Darby Bybee as people are traveling this Thanksgiving week.
All right, Darby, I know we had some rain move through today. It's starting to move out, and then I guess some fog will move in.
Yeah, that's kind of the anticipation right now. We'll get a little bit of low visibility develop later on tonight into tomorrow morning. We've got some bouts of heavy rain in there right now. It's pretty spotty, but the last remaining moisture with this system kind of working its way through northwest Arkansas in the River Valley right now. Hit and miss stuff. Rain picks up for a little bit and then goes away. Temperatures mostly in the 50s, kind of cool out there. So the rain jacket, the umbrella, good idea this evening through about midnight. After that, atmosphere starts to wring a lot of that moisture out. May still be a little bit of drizzle. Again, some fog tomorrow morning. Wake up to temperatures in the low to mid 50s. They kind of stay in the 50s through noon. May get up to 60 in northwest Arkansas tomorrow. A few peaks of sunshine late in the day, and a little bit more in the River Valley. Upper 50s to mid 60s for highs, but a drier day. Then the cold front comes in. Colder air comes in for Wednesday. Even chillier, at least by Thanksgiving morning. So a chilly Thanksgiving time frame for us. And then more rain comes back in the picture this next weekend. We're talking more about that. The rest of the forecast coming up. Allison.
Millions hitting the road and the skies for this Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, AAA says it's the single busiest holiday for travel.
Our Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco is at the Reagan National Airport with more from the Trump administration today with what Americans need to expect at airports.
This Thanksgiving holiday travel period is expected to be the busiest in 15 years, the FAA says. But the Trump administration says they're ready. The travel rush is already underway today, but the peak is expected tomorrow. The Federal Aviation Administration says more than 52,000 flights are forecasted on Tuesday. It comes roughly 1 week after the agency lifted unprecedented flight restrictions put in place during the government shutdown to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers. The administration is still grappling with a long-standing shortage of controllers, but Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says staffing has rebounded since the shutdown ended, and so has on-time performance.
Jump on a flight and don't be afraid to fly this season. Again, I can't control the weather, I can't control the mechanics of an airplane, but things look good from the air traffic control side. We are back to staffing levels that we had before the shutdown, I believe.
Secretary Duffy says that Americans should expect longer lines this week, so make sure to get to the airport early. He also highlighted a new Transportation Department campaign aimed at urging civility while traveling amid what the administration is calling a record surge in unruly passengers. At Reagan National, I'm Jackie DeFusco, 4029 News.
Holiday travel also picking up at Northwest Arkansas National Airport. Thousands of people heading out for Thanksgiving.
4029's Abner Sosa is live with what travelers can expect.
Well, with the holiday rush officially underway, airport leaders say that they expect even more travelers within these next 2 days. So the airport says that passenger traffic continues to rise year over year, up more than 12% heading into the holiday stretch. And to save some time, officials recommend things like arriving early, checking in on your airline's app, and giving yourself extra time to navigate through the ongoing construction here.
We always suggest that passengers come at least 2 hours before their expected departure time so that they can park, get through ticketing, get through security, and get to their gate.
And officials say that these crowds are going to carry over into next month, straight into the Christmas holiday travel season, so you should be prepared. Arrive 2 hours early, like she said. We're live here at XNA. I'm Abner Sosa, 4029 News.
I'm sure it was busier earlier today. All right, let's look and see gas prices now. For those maybe hitting the road, AAA says national average $3.06 a gallon. Cheaper in the natural state, of course. About $2.65 in Arkansas, $2.50 in Oklahoma.
Turning now to our commitment coverage. In just 43 days, River Valley voters will be heading to the polls for the State Senate District 26 special Republican primary election.
Yeah, the seat was held by the late state senator Gary Stubblefield. Now, we now know how the candidates are going to appear on Sebastian County ballots.
That's where Brett Rains is tonight with all of the candidates and how you could get involved to help.
Well, today, it was bingo for ballot positions for the Arkansas Senate District 26 Republican primary election. And now that the ballot orders are set here in Sebastian County, the big need is for poll workers. One by one, State Senate District 26 Republican candidates drew balls to see where their names would appear on Sebastian County ballots for the January 6th special primary election. Out of the 5 candidates, the primary winner could be the next state senator to represent portions of Sebastian, Franklin, Logan, and Johnson counties. No Democrats are running, and as of now, no independent candidates have filed with the Secretary of State's office. The deadline is Wednesday. For the 19,000 Senate District 26 voters in Sebastian County, Paris small business owner Brad Simon will be first on the ballot.
I want to make sure that we have a strong conservative voice representing our River Valley way of life. Faith, family, and freedom first. Lowering taxes, cutting government regulations, and stopping that Franklin County prison are among my priorities.
Paris businessman Ted Tritt's name will be listed second.
You've got to be against the prison. It's just, not even only from a businessman's perspective. It's a bad investment. Maybe one of the ways of addressing the overcrowding is the mental health patients that are sitting in the jails and the prisons.
Greenwood businessman Wade Dunn will be listed third on Sebastian County ballots.
I'm the only candidate in this race that's been endorsed by the Gary Stubblefield family. Well, I want people to know that Wade Dunn is a 45-year businessman that's fought and will fight for them and fight to curb costs in Little Rock and cut taxes and fight to eliminate this prison in Franklin County.
Former State Representative Mark Berry from Franklin County will be fourth on the ballot.
I served 2 terms in the House of Representatives, and my number one priority is safety and security of the citizens of the state of Arkansas. And I'm opposed to the prison. I'm probably the only candidate that has proposed options to the governor's office to mitigate some of the challenges that they're having.
Greenwood businesswoman Stacy Smith will be listed 5th on Sebastian County ballots.
I raised 6 kids, all in the public school system. I want voters to know that I would represent them in the Capitol. I want them to know that I am a no on the prison. I will not approve that funding for the prison.
Friday is the deadline for ballot draws to happen for the special election. The deadline to register to vote for the Republican primary election is December 7th, and you can contact your local election office for more information on how to become a poll worker. In Fort Smith, Brett Rains, 4029 News.
State of Oklahoma announced a new position. Ty Fan, the state's new chief of artificial intelligence and technology officer. So his job is going to be to see where agencies can use AI to streamline operations, reduce manual work, and ensure system security. They say this is very necessary with a time full of emerging technology, both good and bad.
Today, a federal judge dismissed the indictments brought by the Trump administration against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Their attorneys argued that Lindsay Halligan, the prosecutor President Trump handpicked for the job, was illegally appointed. The Justice Department lawyer said the Attorney General has the authority to make successive interim picks. The judge called Halligan's appointment invalid and the indictment of James and Comey unlawful exercises of executive power.
We turn to this now. A 17-year-old was injured after Arkansas State Police say they tried to drive off after a traffic stop. It happened near Oak Grove in Hot Spring County. ASP says a state trooper used a pit maneuver on the suspect's car, causing it to hit a tree. The driver was taken to a hospital. We're told they're in stable condition. And a Fort Smith man being charged with multiple felonies after police say he robbed a restaurant at gunpoint. Fort Smith police say 24-year-old Dante Rutherford gave officers a fake name before being taken into custody. They say he later threatened to kill one of the officers on scene. Now, Rutherford being held at the Sebastian County Adult Detention Center on a $12,000 bond.
Now to an update on the child pornography conviction of a former reality TV star, Joshua Duggar. His attorney is asking a judge to overturn his conviction after claims of civil liberty violations. So in a court motion, Duggar claimed the government agents gave false testimony and the court allowed improper evidence into the case. Duggar was sent to a low-security prison in Dallas County, Texas, back in 2022 to serve his 12-year sentence. His motion hearing is set for March 4th of next year in Fayetteville. UAPD, or campus police at the University of Arkansas, are investigating their third rape reported on campus this year. One of the cases did happen last year, but it was reported this year. So according to the U of A's crime log, the third case was reported Thursday last week. That rape happened in Maple Hill at the West Dorm, according to that report. And UAPD say the case is active. We'll update you with more information as we get it. Brandon.
Well, also, we're going to take a look and see how Wall Street ended the day. It was all good news for the big three. The Dow Jones was up 202 points, NASDAQ up 598, and the S&P 500 ended its day up 102. Things not looking as good for Walmart today. That stock was down $1.26. Tyson Foods, though, with a big gain, up 350. J.B. Hunt, 22 cents in the green.
Stick with us here on 4029 News. A medical condition that makes people allergic to red meat. Coming up, we talk to one of the doctors and leading experts that discovered alpha-gal syndrome and what you can do to avoid it. And we've got an unexpected quarterback battle in the final game of the Hogs football season. Our sports anchor Armando Berry has more on what could be a record-breaking season if Taylon Green keeps the job.